Well, so here we are the next morning, 8/14/2018. So, it hate day for Hitler. That'll be exciting. Can can do shit for the children because we didn't see anything coming on the 13th at all. So here we are, and I'm about to call again. I didn't call last night. See that flabby arm? So when I say the word fat, I'm saying that it was very distressing to find the fat people actually are evil and mentally unbalanced. So many of them. I'm not still going to say all of them, but unfortunately, there's a high percentage of it going on here, appearances suggest. So, yep, I'm still sitting here with no water and no ability to water due to malicious vandalism and theft of my water device that I paid for. Because I pay for everything. Yes, I do. Now, maybe not always. Well, yeah, I pay a lot of cash. I mean, I don't think I get credit for it, and I get marked as late, and right now, in fact, I am late, even though I have the money because I'm having so much friggin' anxiety about it. So, I'm going to call again to the Whitman County Sheriff and state that I would like in a crime preventative and a situation preventative effort, I would like them to contact my landlord and tell them to replace that hardware and leave the outdoor water faucet in the on position because I typically maintain my water at the hose on-off switch. And there was no reason for the water to even be turned off, much less the water faucet removed, except for pure malice. And what appears to be, all appearances, I would say, suggest, look like a setup in conjunction with my landlord's tenants, who appear to be low-level gang operatives in this local gang that operates here, and I guess does stuff with, it looks like, does stuff with money in a variety of ways and dope. And yeah, man, I don't even want to smoke dope at this time, so I wish that some, like, decent kind of Christian people would operate some really highly regulated medical marijuana facilities and then advertise that this is a really highly and you guarantee that it doesn't come from any of the white nationalist factions of the marijuana industry, because we need the medicine for our nerves. America needs the medicine for their nervous system, and I'm saying this from an alternative healer point of view. I'm saying that I've studied herbs for a long time. I'm not an expert, but I am an experienced consumer of herbal health medicine, which is partly what they've been destroying in my yard. They've completely destroyed my herb garden here. And my food sources are completely destroyed, so I have to go to their creepy food bank and get their poorly grown, vegetables, which I'm glad to have. It's better to have poorly grown vegetables than no fresh vegetables at all in the summer, but it does put me at the mercy of and looking like a handout person, like I can't do it for myself. Well, the only reason that I don't have a very productive fruit and vegetable garden and a very productive home canning scene taking care of my own nutritional needs is because of this local hate gang that operates, that has literally, it's this, oh, I gotta get the coffee. Literally, it's the same judge. So literally, it's the same judge or group of judges. I don't know. I don't want to say group of judges. I just want to say that it's like one bad apple of a judge. But he is the same judge that's been operating here and maintaining this flipping gang. And it looks like a dope growing, meth manufacturing, insurance frauding, embezzling gang that has really super high level connections. And possibly frauding to the federal government grant application level. So, and I'm me, just me, and I'm supposed to be dead. And when I say that, I'm just going to get into that at a later video. So right now what I need to do is call the sheriff and make a public statement saying that if they don't uphold getting my water faucet and my ability to connect to my water put back on, that they are contributing to the potential for a dangerous fire situation, willfully and knowingly, because I've told them now several times. I have told them in several ways, and I'm going to post this video, and then I'm going to post the video of the phone call and how that goes. Because Chapman, again, was very amusingly funny, blowing me off last night. He thought he was very funny. And in fact, he apparently thinks that all kinds of bad things are very funny, because this is not my first run-in with him. And every time that I'm scared, he thinks it's very funny. Every time that something bad happened, he seemed like, I said to him, I said, you know, when I came back here and I had to come back here, I was like, well, what if and it was actually before I came back here. I think this is why I got back here. Somebody probably overheard me saying it out loud, or I don't know what. But I was like, what if I was, you know, as vulnerable as when I was a little kid in my mom's care? What if I tried to, like, you know, just do every single thing that she wanted from me? And what if I tried to do every single thing that my community and my society wanted from me? And so I have. I've worked really hard, and what I've seen is that every time I am able to meet expectations, there's actual physical. First there was social and emotional, and then it escalated to, which is the way of domestic violence. Look up the circle of domestic violence, and there's actually a linear list with linear escalation of domestic violence. This is all scientifically documented, easily trackable, easily creatable as a drama situation. That's also the same with the environmental, all the issues actually all throughout, all are manufacturable, and they've been studied, and everything that's been done to help people has also been taken over by the organized crime and the corruption and used to harm people in every aspect of our society. So that's what I'm putting on, and I'm saying that they're supporting the harm aspect and the corruption aspect of society if they choose to twist the law in such a way that it's a perversion of the intent of the law, which I would assume the intent of the law ought to be to maintain, you know, society where people are going to commit less crime because they're going to have less need to commit crime. And these are some really basic common decency things that really shouldn't even need to be adjudicated by a law officer, but a law officer ought to be prepared to help with them, because obviously society is uncivil to the level where very basic common decency things are pretty much out of most people's grasp. And so our law officers and our leaders really need to be making the effort to, I'm sorry, but you know what, you need to do a little bit of nanny government and help people regrow their civilization. Thank you. Now I'm posting this, and as soon as it's posted, I will be calling Whitman County Sheriff and saying that basically what I just said.